Alright, this is part 4 of a series on Wing Chun and flow rope. In the first part we talked about holding the rope with our wrist, keeping our hand in the center, using overhand patterns to do Bong Sao and Tan Sao. In the second one we talked about underhand patterns and using Gan Sao and Kao Sao. In the third section we talked about, in the third video we talked about the Maki roll, which lets us practice lifting punches and punches on this side or Bong Saos. And now I want to talk about a little bit of an advanced movement. It's sort of a reproduction of the third section Chi Sao. And what it is, the third section Chi Sao is a pulling movement where you're gonna pull here, and here you have a Tan Sao, and here you have essentially a Gam Sao and a pull. And we're gonna recreate that feeling from the standard Matador, overhand Matador pattern. So in this case, in the last video, we were facing like this with our feet in a more of a forward stance. Now we're going to stand in a character 2 stance, facing the camera, and we have our overhand Matador. So what I'm going to do, an overhand Matador, remember, as a reminder, is Bong Sao, or punch, 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 punch. You can put your legs into it, you can just use your arms, whatever. In this cycle, what we're going to do, I'm going to use my right hand is going to be my Tan Sao hand. So my final position is going to look like this. Okay, so the idea is I'm going to take the rope from here and I'm going to Tan Sao into here, like this, and I'm going to do a low Gam Sao movement here. So just like from the Champu form, this piece at the end, I'm going to be doing that on this side, and on this side I'm going to be Tan Sao. So I'm going to do it from when it goes to this side of my body. So when it goes to my left side, I'm going to pull to the right side. So the idea is I'm going to steer the rope to my left, pull to my right. So the motion will look like this. I will steer this way, then I will create this motion. Steer this way, Gam Sao, Tan Sao. Okay, so this is to reproduce the idea of Chi Sao. You're Chi Saoing and then boom. Alright, so you're Chi Saoing, you might get turned this way, whatever, you turn back to the center, and then from the center, you're going to go this way. So because the rope kind of necessarily forces you to go side to side, we can't start from neutral as you would in the real third section. You would start neutral, facing your opponent from here, and then create the pull. With the rope, we have to start not neutral. We have to start from the other side because of just the way the rope works. But I am going to wait for the rope to cross to neutral before I pull it. So it's going to go here, neutral, pull. Here, one more time. So I have to do the overhand Matador to prepare. Overhand Matador, here, neutral, pull. Okay, so at speed it's going to look like this. I hit myself, which means I didn't do it right. Here, there it is. And after I pull, I'm just going to complete another cycle of the Matador to let the momentum clear out of the rope, because it creates a lot of momentum. So if I go here, it's a ton of momentum. I have to cycle it through to burn it off. Here, cycle it. Oops, I tangled my hands there. So again, I'm trying to use my wrists, right? So you'll notice I can even prepare for this movement by first doing these figure eights and actually separating my hands. So now I'm learning to do the figure eights with my hands separate, meaning one is high and one is low. And again, it looks on camera like I'm waving my hands around, but I promise you I'm not. They are in the center of my body. They're fixed here. I'm just turning my body. My hands have not moved. So you're doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and pull. And then again, pull. So you can do it from Matadors, or you can just do it from this position. I prefer the Matador because it just gives you more time to think and relax. You're doing your Matadors, and then you're going to come here and pull. I'm going to do a full cycle of resetting, then again I go here and pull. And this exercise is really nice to practice on both sides, because we all like one side, we all get good at one side, and we're terrible at the other side. But the rope has two sides and is always a willing partner to practice the awkward side on. So you can just keep practicing the awkward side. And the cool thing about rope is, look how many times I can practice this movement. I mean, I can literally just keep going. With a partner, this would take hours to achieve this many repetitions. With a rope, you're actually repeating this motion over and over hundreds of times. You can do hundreds of times in just a few minutes. So it's a really great practice tool. I'm working on aligning my weight, my stance, my coordination of my arms. My wrists are getting stronger. I'm learning by hitting myself. It's a very nice feedback tool. If I did something wrong, the rope will hit me, will let me know. It's not too painful, but it's a good shock and reminder that you're not on a clean trajectory. You're not steering properly. See, there we go. After I pull, I need to complete my turn all the way. If I don't do this and burn off the momentum that way, that's when I get hit. So I really have to go pull here and then burn off the momentum on this side. Like that. Pull. Now, graduate from this to a heavy rope, and it's a totally different ball game. You have to pull in the right way, or it will be hell on your arms and your shoulders.